As I was driving, I started to think about some of the students that I've had, some of my family members, and even some of my friends. You know, I always admired the fact that people would put others first ahead of them. And so I know a lot of people who would always take other people's thoughts into consideration. They would take other people's beliefs into consideration. They would take other people's advice into consideration. They would even start to ignore some of the goals they set for themselves. They would start to ignore some of the dreams they had as kids, and it was crazy to watch them lose themselves trying to please everybody. I mean, we see it all the time. We see it all the time, especially in schools. You see kids where they don't want to do something because other people don't think it's cool, or they get with their family and the family says, "We don't want you to go off to college because we need you to stay here and help take care of the family." And the students sometimes, they don't go off to college because they're putting their family first, not understanding that they have an opportunity to go and chase their dreams, go off to school and do something bigger and better. But we don't realize it sometimes because we're too busy putting everybody first and not listening to ourselves. Prime example, I'd never forget, I was watching this interview. It was a husband and wife. I believe they were entertainers, but it was a husband and wife. And the host said to the wife, "So who do you put first? What do you put first? You know, what goes on?" And the wife said, "I put my family first, my faith, and then I put myself." And I sat back and I said, "Okay, I can respect that." And immediately after that, the host asked the husband. The host said, "You know, who do you put first? What do you put first?" And I'll never forget it. The husband looked at him dead in his eye. The husband said, "I put myself first. I put myself first." And the reason I put myself first is because if I'm not taking care of myself, I can't take care of my family or anybody in my life. And that stuck with me. Some people will say that's selfish, but I would say I understand that, and that is probably one of the most powerful things I've ever heard. And so I need you to think about it. Put yourself first sometimes. It's okay to step out and do something that you want to do. And I'm not telling you to go out there and do something that's out of the realm for you. I'm telling you to go out there and reach some of the goals that you set for yourself, some of those SMART goals that you have. Chase some of those dreams that are able to be attained. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Sometimes you got to respect what other people say, but that doesn't mean you have to listen. Some of the worst people we have in our corner sometimes is our friends and our families. And as much as we love them and as much as we respect what they say, sometimes we got to just let that go over our head and listen to yourself. Because I don't want you losing the ability to go after that dream. I don't want you losing the ability to chase that goal. So begin to listen to yourself. Respect your thoughts. Respect what you believe in. Respect some of the goals that you want. And the more you do that, the further you'll be able to go in this game we call life.